Hi, Carrie. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Fine, fine. Thank you to join us today. We are very proud here in Italy to have such important guests like you in order to discuss about Helium 10, about Amazon FBA strategy. And we have a lot of questions here in Italy, especially when we talk about launch strategies, PPC strategies, because we are experiencing a lot of trouble when we try to rank for some keywords. And it seems that something changed in the last few months. Now it's more difficult to launch like in the past. Okay, so our main question is if you can help us to understand how to rank better with the main keywords. If you can suggest us some new strategies in order to index all the most important keywords inside the ASIN of our product that we want to sell.
Yeah, I definitely have some newer strategies that can help you all. It was really kind of sad when search, find, buy went away and the URLs that no longer worked. So we had to kind of think of some better ways to stay within the terms of service, but also get the same results. And we have been able to get the same results using pay-per-click advertising. And in some cases, it might actually be cheaper than search, find, buy, just based on how you do it. So I have some strategies.
Sorry, it's cheaper because we don't have offer a giveaway to the potential. Okay.
Yeah, and it depending on what you have to bid for the PPC. Some people they end up spending less. So, but it depends.
Luckily here in Italy, the bids are not so high like in US. So perhaps if we can find the right keywords to use this strategy. Can you show us perhaps the best way to find the right keyword for the product that we want to launch?
Okay, let me just share my screen. I'm going to pull it up. I have to do another tab here. Okay, so I'll go ahead and share my screen. So we'll find some keywords here. Okay, so one of the ways that I like to find some good keywords is obviously going to a competitor and basically finding it and stealing their keywords. So if I put in a product like maybe coffin shelf, because we sold the coffin shelf on the
yeah, you use coffin shelf for all your example.
Yeah. If you want me to do another example, I can do a different one if you want to tell me a different product.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. So so this is our product right here. But what we want to do is a lot of times what I like to do is take a look at the competition, and I pull X-ray first. And I always sort by the highest revenue to see who's selling the most of the same product. So I'll just kind of sort this way. So I'll look for coffin shelf. So we've got this one. Here's a coffin shelf, and they're selling about $38,000 a month. So that's definitely one that I want to see what keywords they're using. So I will usually copy their I'll copy their ASIN and put it in here just by itself to see kind of what their keywords are. And my favorite thing to do is kind of look at their PPC strategy first and see what it is. I actually was able to launch a campaign that I made $15,000 in sales in a month just by looking at my main competitors' sponsored campaigns. So I just always kind of sort the sponsored rank and just try to see what my competitors are ranking highest for, and kind of see if there's a trend. So on mine, I actually saw a trend of they were actually targeting a bunch of small brands that's basically, that was their whole PPC strategy, and they were doing really well on that. On this one, it looks like there's, you know, a lot of coffin makeup holder, different things like that, that they're targeting, kind of the low hanging fruit. If you can see, there's only, you know, a few, not that many searches a month. Goth gifts, that's an interesting one. But there, you know, the search volume isn't extremely high, but if you target a bunch of different small keywords, then you get a lot of the low hanging fruit. So there's that strategy. But do you want me to go into detail about just how to use Cerebro, or would you like me to focus on the other strategies?
For us, it's important to understand the keyword strategy.
Okay.
So
okay.
If you can highlight the most important keywords that we have to use for the launch, and if one of these keywords is not ranking because the URL it doesn't work, how we can add this keyword, specific keyword, to our ASIN, because otherwise we cannot be in the first page with this. Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to actually put our Manny's Mysterious Oddities Coffin Shelf in first, and then I like to compare with these others, some of my competitors. So I'm going to copy, let's see, I'll copy this one right here. I'll just copy a few here. You can actually put up to 20 ASINs into this search box.
Yeah.
And so let me just find that highest revenue one here. I want to do that one. I'll do 3 just to kind of show you. So what I like to do is I like to compare myself to my competitors. So the first ASIN is always going to be the one that everything's compared to. So I put my own ASIN in there. And if you're doing this for the first time and you don't have your product listed, then you can just, you know, put them in any order. But when you come down here, you'll see the search volume here. You'll see some search trends, and let's see. So we'll go, I'm gonna actually try to scroll over here so I can show you a little bit more of these exciting parts. We've got the sponsored rank, like I said, the average sponsored rank of all of those. And obviously, if all of your competitors are targeting those keywords, then that could potentially be some good information. This is the, let's see, the position rank is basically your product. So that's the first product, organic rank. So this is your rank on all of those items. Then the relative rank is basically where you stand against your competitors. So we're actually third for coffin shelf for wall. So we're ranked at position 9. So that's something that we probably might want to, you know, focus on, depending on the search volume and things like that. So there's, you know, a lot of keywords that our competitors are ranking much higher for on, they're beating us. Basically, we are beating everyone in coffin wall decor. So you can actually kind of compare yourself to those competitors to see, you know, where it is that you stand. So it looks like all of these, you know, all of the competitors that I chose, they're ranking for all of these words. So you have the ranking competitors count. So I added 2 competitors on there. So they're ranking for all of these words as well. So definitely something you can actually sort through here. And you can see if maybe someone isn't ranking, there's some holes somewhere where maybe someone isn't ranking for something, and you could potentially find some keywords that you could rank for that maybe your competitors haven't been seeing. And usually what I do is I'll export the whole thing, and I'll export all the data and sort it to see that kind of information. And then, yeah, so that's basically,
usually, just to add something more, usually we use keyword tracker in order to see the main keywords, okay, for the ranking. And sometimes we notice that, I repeat, with keyword tracker, we are not ranking for some keywords. So it's difficult to understand
on the
why
keyword tracker.
keyword
rank tracker.
tracker. Yeah.
Okay.
And
so you're not ranking for them.
The URL, if we create a URL, this URL, it doesn't work, and so we cannot use the strategy of giveaway because simply because it doesn't work the URL. So we don't have this keyword inside our product ASIN.
Yeah.
So
one thing that you can, if there's specific keywords that you want, you know, you can make sure, first of all, to have them in your title. It used to be really kind of something you didn't do. You wouldn't change out any keywords out of your title, but you actually can edit your titles. And when you're ranking and you want specific keywords, especially those main important keywords that you want, you can actually arrange them in a way that you could potentially get multiple keywords in your title. So playing around with your title is really key in this whole game. Something else that you can do to help kind of encourage people to purchase more, which helps with your ranking. So something we've seen is that if people purchase more at one time, so if there's certain types of products where you would want to buy multiples, if you put something in the images where you maybe put a discount and say, you know, if you buy 3 or more, you will get, you know, a certain discount, because if people buy multiples of the product, you'll get a higher rank. But we also have another strategy, which is a PPC strategy. What we can do is, you know, basically take our top keywords, and usually what I do is I sort through and look for some kind of low-hanging fruit. And I usually sort and find, it depends on, you know, the search volume. So maybe I want to find some keywords that are between 1,000 or maybe even, yeah, maybe 1,000 and
consider that in Italy the search volume are lower,
much lower. Okay,
so perhaps we can start from 500
to 1,000 maybe. And so you can kind of apply those filters to see. I usually like to find the low-hanging fruit where there's a good amount of search volume, but you know, it's not as competitive. So if you take a look down here, I've got to scroll over here. We can see a lot of different keywords in here that potentially we could work with. So something else I like to do is I like to sort. So phrases including, let's see here. So maybe goth. Maybe I can look at goth, because that's, you know, it's a goth product. You might be able to see some interesting keywords. So goth poster, goth shower curtain, goth bedding, goth jewelry, goth home could be one. Goth home, goth makeup brushes, not so much, but you can kind of sort through these and see. You can also say, you know, I want only phrases containing coffin shelf to really narrow it down to your main long tail keywords. So we've got coffin shelf for wall. So we know for sure that's going to be one that we want to focus on. Coffin shelf for wall is going to be.
This is a long tail keyword as well, because coffin shelf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
for instance, if we want to rank for this coffin shelf for wall, and we cannot create the URL for this because it doesn't work. And even if this is inside the title, anyway, we don't rank for this keyword. What we have to do with the PPC?
So what we're going to do is you're going to create an exact match campaign. So what you'll do is you'll choose the word. So this for sure is the keyword phrase. So we're going to put coffin shelf for wall in there, and you're going to go and give a really, really high bid in there. So maybe if the suggested bid is like $2, maybe put $5 in there so that you for sure win those bids. And what you're going to do when you first launch your product is you're going to do fulfill by merchant, which is how you're going to be able to control your inventory in this strategy. So on our, you know, giveaways, basically, if you can see right here, the CPR strategy, this is how many giveaways you would need per day to be able to rank. Okay, so basically what we would want to do is put the inventory to 11. Okay, and then what we're going to do is once we launch that campaign, we're actually going to also make sure that the product is discounted. There's a few ways that you can do this, and you want to have a really, really deep discount so that your product stands out above all the rest. And that, you know, when your sponsored ad comes up at the top of the ads, that your product is going to be more intriguing because the price is going to be really good. So what you could do is you could do just discount your price and start it. Say it's a $20 product, you might sell it for $5. Okay. Or what you could do, another way you could do it is you can actually just do a coupon where you would do a $15 off coupon, which is a little bit pricier because you do have to pay for the coupons.
So PPC plus coupon or discount.
Yeah, deep discount. Yep.
Exact matching for this keyword.
Yeah,
but we can put inside the campaign just this keyword or 4 or 5 keywords that are not indexed inside the
you can put, you know, all the keywords. I would say, you know, at least start on your top 5 to 10 you know, that you want to rank for, and then you can, what happened with us is we actually started ranking on the first page within a week. So it depends on how competitive your product is, but yeah, we were able to rank in the top 10 in a week. So and some of them actually were just right away because they were such
we have to add this keyword in the title.
Yeah, you don't all have to add all of them in the title with this strategy, but I would say the main one that you want to focus on, your most important, if you can get them in the title, that would be definitely ideal. But you know, as long as you do the exact match with a high bid, you're going to definitely get some good results. So you'll have to look at this CPR number. We've actually recalculated this recently. So the CPR number is going to tell you how many you're going to need to do per day. So you'll set the limit on your inventory for that product for that many giveaways. Okay, so you're going to maybe give away 10 a day for that keyword. And then after a time, you'll start to see that your rank is going up and up, because it's the same idea as a search, find, buy, because people are searching the keyword and they're finding it and buying it. So it's a really, really good strategy, and it works the same way. And some people end up spending less because it depends. But then, you know, doing, you know, the giveaways, because you usually would have to pay the entire price of the product plus giveaway fees and stuff. So this is actually a good way to do it.
Okay, if the bid is $5, okay, how much we have to set up for the total day for the campaign? How much we have to spend? $20, 25?
It depends on what your what the keyword is, because some of them are more competitive. So it really depends on, you know, what kind of bids you're going to need to do is how much your budget's going to be. So if I'm going to do, you know, $5 bids, you know, I could probably set it, you know, to $100 a day and be complete, and that should cover it, because we're really bidding much higher. Even $50, we're bidding much higher than we normally would, because the average would probably be around like $2 per click, but we just wanted to do a really high bid to make sure that we win the actual bid. So you just kind of have to calculate it based on the you know, recommended bids, and you go a little bit higher. Be prepared to pay a little bit higher if that comes down to it. But you know, that's what I would recommend. Just kind of multiply it by the number of giveaways that you need to do. So if I'm going to do a high bid of $5 times 11, $55.
Okay, $55. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. At the end of the story, if I bid $5, it doesn't. This not means that the average will be $5. Right. It probably be the half, more or less.
Right. Exactly. Like, yeah.
So if we do this for how many days?
So 10 days is usually about the amount of time. We did it for 7 days, and we were ranked in the top spot. So it depends. You know, you just keep an eye on it. and see where your rank is going with your keyword rank tracker. And you'll see, I would recommend, putting on the boost function, and that way you can see, you can hit that little rocket ship on the keyword tracker, and you can see where, how your product is doing and how your rank is improving, really hour by hour, basically.
So the main suggestion from now on is to use more the PPC to launch product instead to use search, find, and buy, or a URL.
Yeah.
It's better to invest in PPC.
Yeah, I do have another suggestion too. This is something that you might have to call seller support to get them to change. But so if you look at a product page, so let's see here. This right here is the canonical URL. So it's, 5 words right there that if you actually call seller support and ask them to put in the words that you want, that actually can also help with your ranking when traffic is coming from outside. So say, somebody's clicking on your product from a Google ad or something like that, it'll help with your ranking if you have those words in your canonical URL. So if you, basically the only way I've been able to change it is by calling seller support and doing that. So that's another strategy to help with your launch, to make sure that your canonical URL has.
I don't understand very well, Carrie. You are suggesting to call the Amazon service.
Yep. So do you see this URL right here? Right, these words. Nayo makeup coffin shell folder. Every product has this in their URL. It's called a canonical URL.
Okay, but we can create the canonical URL. So
even they usually auto-populate it for you based on your title or words in your product listing. But if you wanted to change it, you can call up Seller Central or and see if they'll change it for you, and you can give them the words. You might have to call a lot of times, but you potentially could get it changed to the words that you want in there. So
in Italy, this is the first time that we hear this strategy, because I think that no one has made a call to Seller Center in order to create it. We can try, because usually they are not so friendly. When we call a Seller Center, it's like a wall, like a matrix. Everything go again to you. So
it definitely has. Yeah, if you want to get it done though, I usually will call, and if I find somebody is going to help me, then I'll stay on the line. But if I can tell they're not going to help me, I just hang up and try again, and I just keep calling until I get somebody who will help me. So it might take a few calls, but I think it's worth it if you want to try this strategy when you're launching, to have the 5 top individual words that you think are going to be most important for your product.
So you think that this is under the Amazon policy rules? This is this request.
Is it on the policy, you said?
Under policy, yes.
Yeah, they would have to change it for you. So yeah, if they'll change it for you, it's definitely within the terms of service. Just as long as you have to have words in there, obviously, that are relevant to your product. Like for example, they have their brand name there, makeup coffin shelf holder. So those are very good, keywords to have in the, but sometimes people like the words that are here already and they want to leave it the same. So if yours look good, then that's fine. But some people like to ask to put the more important keywords in that URL for them.
Okay, so we had simply to ask a URL that contain our main, but they can ask what you want to do with this URL.
No, it's your URL that's connected to your Amazon listing. So it's there. This is the URL that you would see, anyone could get to your listing with that URL. So it's
so
your
I
URL.
can say I want to put this link in my website in
Yeah.
order to increase the sales and to direct traffic to Amazon, my page. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, we cannot say we will use this URL for giveaway.
Right. Yeah. You know, it's not necessarily going to be like a massive increase, but it's definitely it definitely helps with making sure that you have those keywords in the URL that Amazon created for you for your product.
This is very interesting. The only thing that is going to worry me is, you know, the Seller Central here in Italy, that is very, very bad.
Yeah.
So we need to understand if this could be asked.
Yeah, so it's, yeah, you can maybe test it out in Italy to see if it would work over there.
Otherwise, we have to use the PPC strategy.
Oh yeah, you definitely need to use the PPC strategy, but this is just an extra kind of having those keywords in there.
Okay, and another thing, do you have any suggestion about listing and SEO optimization for our listing in order to improve our ranking? Because I know that sometimes even if we have not yet started with the launch, we have anyway a good position of our listing only because we put the right keyword inside the listing. So if you know some secret fields where we have to put some keywords, if you have any suggestion about
this, you know, for right now, they kind of took away subject matter on the
in Italy we don't have subject matter.
You don't have that at all. Yeah. So that's the main one that we used to put keywords in the subject matter with the spreadsheet bulk uploads. But I don't have any suggestions in terms of specific fields. But I do know, you know, you can convert more if you have, you know, good infographics and images. Like this particular product, when we looked at the keywords, like if I look and I filter through these keywords and I search for makeup, they seem to have, you know, a lot of their targeting. Let's see if I can scroll and see if there's anyone ranking competitors. Let's see. Okay, so coffin makeup holder. So there's a lot of these just like makeup holder, coffin, you know, a goth makeup organizer words that they noticed kind of a trend. So this looks like it's a kind of a trend that, you know, people are looking for goth makeup bags or makeup stands or makeup, anything with goth. So when they made their pictures, they're focusing on other, you know, you can put some things in there, but they also have the makeup image where you can store your brushes or, you know, different things in there. So that's definitely something that's kind of helpful to take a look at those keywords that are trending, that are really kind of, you can see like a lot of your competitors focusing on in their pay-per-click, and making sure you have an image that shows that too.
Okay, this is a good suggestion, obviously. So, and how can we discover a trend for the keywords?
Here's another way. So if we go to Black Box, this is another way to find some kind of trending keywords. We go to keywords here. And maybe, let's see. So we'll do like a coffin shelf This one might not be as much because let's just search coffin and see if we can find some kind of trending keywords. So here we have the search volume, and then it also shows the monthly revenue, which is kind of helpful. So something you could do is also sort by monthly revenue to get the highest revenue at the top. Sorting still.
Yeah.
So let's see here. I'm not sure what a viral coffin is, but you can kind of look through these different coffin words to see if there's anything that would, be trending that you could, you can see a lot of search volume, but, people aren't focusing. So I'll do a different example. I'll do collagen peptides. So let's do search volume here. Okay, so we've got collagen peptides powder, vital collagen, vital proteins. It looks like a brand. Collagen peptide pills, that might be something. Collagen peptide capsules. But if we look at, let's see here. So we got collagen peptides powder. If we look for collagen peptides, over here, and we can pull the extension here. Sorry, it's just gonna take a minute.
Yeah. Doesn't work.
It's just loading. So we've got the collagen peptides. So I think we found, it was the collagen peptides powder. So we can kind of see, you do filter results, and we can see if the collagen peptides powder, let's see how many people are using that in their title. And it looks like 24 out of 60 are targeting that and have it in their actual title. So, this particular word phrase here has 57,000 search volume, and not many people have it in their actual title. So that's something that you could potentially focus on based on just title density, because yeah, there's definitely 24 people who have it, but maybe not. So we can also kind of do collagen peptide capsules. See if nobody has that. So if you look down here, is it capsules? Yeah, there's a 2,800 search volume for that, and nobody's, nobody's, so when you're doing your product research, you can also be doing your keyword research here. Collagen peptide pills is 5,000. So people are looking for collagen peptides in a pill form. And so that could help you with not only your product research, but your keyword research, is seeing kind of these trending things that are similar to the product, but a little bit different, that can differentiate you from everyone else. So that's kind of some different ways to find trending keywords and trending, different types of products is on that black box for keywords.
Okay.
That's what I like to look at.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Carrie. I think that we had a lot of information, so we need just to now just to realize what you have just told us. So perhaps we can make some experiment in order to check even if here in Italy is working this strategy. But I think so, because I think that Amazon it's the same all around the world. So probably it will work. Yes. And okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Keep me updated on if you do a study on the PPC and how it goes, and let me know what you're able to do.
I make a lot of launch for my customer.
Okay.
And so I will try, and absolutely I will try this new strategy. Even to compare the old strategy, with the new strategy in terms of cost. Okay. Because probably if we have an ACOS for the PPC that is similar to our gross margin for the product, probably the campaign will be self-expensed, probably. So we cover the expense for the advertising with the margin of our product.
Okay.
I don't know if we can do that, because if we have to offer a high bid, it's very difficult. But we can try. And anyway, we cover even partially this cost with the sales. We will try.
It's worth it for just a week, because once you finish with the week to 7 to 10 days and you see your rank increase, then your sales will definitely be increasing as well. So I definitely think it's worth it to get it going, because even if there's a little bit of an expense, it will even out when you get ranked to those top positions.
My only concern is when you do a PPC and you don't have any review, you think that this could impact the advertising campaign?
So, do you all have the Vine program?
Yes.
So what you could do is start the Vine program, and then once you get a review, start the campaign on that. As long as it's within that month period. That's what I usually do. Is I always do the Vine program to get started, and then once I get some reviews, then I start doing some launch stuff. And it's within that honeymoon period of the month, so I always try to make sure it happens fast.
Yeah, because if we wait too much after the the ranking of our product, it's difficult.
Yeah.
If we wait for the Vine campaign, probably if it will take, for instance, 2 months in order to collect a review, this is not effective.
That's true. However, you could also try it without any reviews, because you're going to be very discounted. So people might say, it's worth a try, even if there's no review, because they always think that they can return it, right, if they really don't like the product. So it's not a huge risk for them to try a product without a review. So you could potentially still have this work without any reviews.
Okay. So you think that 15% discount, it's enough, or we can?
I would think more than that, like a very deep discount, like 50% at least. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Or a coupon that's a very big coupon, that you can use. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And, for our audience, we have a very special discount even to get Helium 10, because we have 15% discount with 2 months. If someone want to take with my affiliation link Helium 10, I leave everything in the description of this video. So please, you can take this opportunity. It's a very big opportunity, because usually we offer just 15% discount for 1 month. In this case, we offer 50% discount for 2 months. So this is a very good opportunity. I leave the link in the description. Okay. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Carrie, and see you soon.
Ciao.
Ciao.